opportunity. All righty, cool. Thank you, guys. Okay, what does that mean? You'll have the same opportunity. It means you came in, here's the thing. Think about this. When you leave this body that you're living in right now, you will meet up with your soul family, okay? You will make new agreements and contracts, okay? Those agreements and contracts are your opportunity, okay? That's an opportunity for you, to evolve. So this is partly what the angst is that we all, we think that, we're here in these bodies, and of course we forget everything. We forget who we are. We forget our connection. We forget we're divine beings. We forget our past lives. We come in, we feel like we're victimized. And the truth is we can choose different opportunities. But here's what's up. People, it's about your soul evolving. It's about your soul waking up. Okay. So you're not going to come in and choose a life of ease because there's no growth in that. Okay. You're not activating your wounding. You're not triggering, past traumas and PTSDs and shocks and crisis and belief systems and all of that. So, we do have the opportunity. We all come in with the opportunity to evolve, to wake up. Okay. And it's our choice to choose the lifetime, the peoples, our family, the mothers, the fathers that we're going to interact with, that we want to do the soul dancing with. But it's really all about the unraveling. It's always about, waking up. It's about our healing. It's about consciousness. It's about the soul evolving. Okay. Okay. So we all have that same opportunity, but again, I think it's important that you understand and realize that, that we're making choices. Okay. And when you're not in your physical body, here's another thing. When you are not in your physical body, your soul doesn't care what you're going to do. Okay. So I'm going to back up a little bit. So back in 1994, I think it was, when I was going back in time, going into their lifetimes. I went into the time of Egypt. Okay, I was a high priestess. I was also an initiate seeking enlightenment. So one of the things that happened is the final initiation is to go in the sarcophagus for 72 hours and come out alive. Okay. Do you know what that means? The sarcophagus has a lid on it, lid. There's not much air in there. Okay. So to be alive in 72 hours, that's 3 days. Okay. That means, see what happens back then, we were literally had control over the body. We could slow our heartbeat. We could slow our breath. We could do all kinds of things with the body. So we mastered that. So you go into the sarcophagus and then you have your experience. Well, what happened for me when I was in the sarcophagus, I can see it as clear as day, because when I was in the sarcophagus, I was shown what happened with creation. I was shown when creation itself became aware of its own awareness. Okay. That energy created an energy movement that expanded throughout the entire universe with an awareness of its own self, awareness of awareness. Okay. But also what I was shown how everything began, how matter, things started to, as that movement, that initial movement of awareness began to create movement, that movement began to create molecules, and over time everything became dense, and then that things started forming, energies became connecting and more built on that, and ultimately over trillions and trillions of years, and you have these planets. Okay. And the big piece I'm talking about, though, is as a soul, I saw what we do. I saw us, or me, in battle, arm cut off, souls above the body, cord connected in. The soul doesn't care if I had my arm cut off, could care less. Okay. So your soul, when it's not in a body, it doesn't have any care about your suffering. Okay. It's only about waking up, reconnecting with the all that is, becoming God creator consciousness, which is the totality of everything. So what we do is, we have all these lifetimes and we get caught up in all the belief systems and all the poor me's, and you hurt me, you traumatized me, you abandoned me, you rejected me. Oh, but wait, I did all those things to you. Okay, so we have all this energy in our subconscious, which keeps us bound in trauma, belief systems, poor me, victimizations, all of that. And we're all trying to evolve, trying to wake up. Okay. So the same opportunity, you have that whenever you leave the body and create new agreements and contracts, creating, future experiences. You can choose whatever you want. Okay. But again, it's a soul evolving. So depending on what you're holding in your subconscious, that's going to absolutely affect your ability to create anything when you're in a physical body. Okay. So, we're all doing our best. We all want the same thing. We're all going to the same place. We all want to be happy, but most of humanity has no clue about real teachings, the real teachings that have to do with who we really are, not belief systems, not religions, none of that. I'm talking the absolute, the truth of who we are. Hang on a second. Cynthia, did you drill a hole into the side? No, Cynthia, I did not drill a hole. There was no drills back then, okay? There was no way to drill a hole. Got it? Yeah, so there's no way. You're not going to have no drill that's going to go through concrete, okay? It's not going to happen. No, then with no action. No, think about it. There's none of that, We're just, we're these beings who want enlightenment, so we do all these things, and then, yeah, it's a trip. Okay, so let's see here. Jackpot tonight. The jackpot. Oh, Susan, you have Susan, what color is your dragon? I want to see your dragon. I'm going to look at your dragon. Susan Worthington's dragon, show me. Big. Okay, multiple lifetimes, yeah. Okay, okay, don't wait, I'm joking. Her life and how to be clever, okay. All right, so I'm just a reminder today, you guys, today is really going to be huge, okay? So today, our group clearing, it's a shaman journey. Today we're doing a shaman journey, and it is guided journey to your pot of gold. So here's the thing, you guys, you want to find out why you're blocking yourself from your pot of gold? This is what's going to happen. This is a journey. I'm taking you into your subconscious. I'm taking you into past lives. You're going to be talking to your own self. You're going to be discovering, what are your beliefs here? What are you, how are you blocking yourself from your pot of gold? See, here's the thing. In who we are, in the very core, there's light. We have a light. We all have a light. In that light, we also have the frequency of gold, the vibrational frequency of gold, which we can also label as our pot of gold right there. And we just have to be able to access that. We're sitting right on it, people. Okay, that's how close it is. All right, but we're the ones blocking and stopping ourselves from receiving that pot of gold. Okay, so today it's not the normal clearing where you come and you relax and I do clearing on you. Today, it's the journey. That means I'm going to take you back in time. Okay, we're going to go into a safe place and we're going to go into your subconscious, and you're going to start discovering why you are blocking yourself from your pot of gold. And we're going to start releasing and clearing that so that you can receive and have your pot of gold. Okay. Angela, she has a journey on her YouTube page. Yeah. Oh, so if you don't know your dragon, we do have a dragon, meet your dragon video. Pretty cool. Okay, hang on. Okay. If there's a difference between feelings and emotions, can you explain the difference? Okay. So emotions are the actual, when you're in a feeling. For example, let's just say something happens and I get my beloved, we end our relationship, I'm brokenhearted, okay? I'm feeling that pain, okay? That's emotion. When I go into that emotion, that's what I'm doing when I do my inner work, when I do my own healing work, when I do my feeling work, I'm in an emotion. Okay, when I say we surrender to an emotion, we are surrendering to that energy, that actual emotional frequency that gets very intense. Okay, so think about when your heart's broken. When you're in that broken heart, you're experiencing the emotion of that broken heart. Okay, so it's very tangible. It's very intense. And the feelings, okay, you have feelings. That feelings are kind of like, you know, I have feelings about that, but it also means like feelings are not the same as going into an emotion. Okay, so my feelings about Cynthia, always joking around. Okay, I think it's cute. Okay, that's a feeling. Okay, that's not an emotion. Okay, now if I wanted to go into the emotion of that, then I drop in to the emotion of what that feels like. Okay, but most of the emotions we're experiencing are the more negative, where we feel the feelings of being judged or being shamed or humiliated. It creates any sad emotion. It creates a heart emotion. It creates a feeling in where we feel it in the heart. We can feel it in the stomach. We can feel it in the belly, the solar plexus. Okay, but it's an emotion. Okay. I don't know if it's loud here. My guys, we got some power washing outside. Okay, so you guys. Here's a good question. Okay, did we become separate from Source as soon as creation became? No. Okay, think about this. Blackness, nothingness. It's still existing. There's still existence. Okay, all this awareness, which is creation, everything, consciousness. Okay, it became aware of its own awareness. Just imagine, echoed throughout all existence, beyond anything we can possibly imagine, beyond our universe. I mean, it's endless, people. That awareness became aware, and in that awareness, movement, awareness, waking up. There was still nothing other than pure awareness, okay? Consciousness, okay? So then, in that state of consciousness, like anything, like right now, you are aware. You have an awareness. Okay, your consciousness, but you have an awareness. That awareness is aware of my voice. If you take a moment and not use your mind, okay, not use your normal thinking, paying attention, but right now, if you just become aware, we all have the awareness. So I'm aware. It's like coming in. You can feel it. Then you can start to feel your own awareness. You have an awareness of sound. You have awareness of your body. You have awareness. You have awareness of your thoughts. That awareness is God. That's creation. So imagine that awareness, having an awareness, okay, and there's nothing, okay? That awareness in time became moving consciousness. In that moving consciousness, this is when matter began to happen, even if it was like minute stuff like atoms or neurons or whatever, little finite, okay? And as that kept moving, kept expanding, then movement began. It got bigger, like minute invisible specks of energy connecting with other invisible specks of energy, creating a little energy frequency, okay, a little ball in the universe, okay, a little ball like this, and then over time gathering more energy, and it keeps moving. Everything started to move. So the awareness, the consciousness of creation, in its awareness created movement, and that movement began to create matter, and that matter became ultimately, like I said, in trillions and trillions and trillions of years, these planets. Okay, they're no human yet, okay. It wasn't until these planets started having life form. Okay, think about it. The one cell energies, the one cell creatures, okay, that became the initial stuff. And then again, over time, when we're talking a long time, okay, as things evolved, and then more life form began to happen, okay, and then more water stuff. There's lots of water things, water, creating the water, different things. Again, over time, coming forward, okay. So we want to come to when, so then what began to happen, okay, you know, the archangels, okay, so the archangels, those became conscious, the awarenesses that were still God creator consciousness, but it began to have its own separation, splitting off from itself, creating more. Okay, think about it like when cells divide. Okay, that consciousness divided, and in the division, it created another consciousness, but it's still all the same consciousness. It just seemingly is different and separate because that awareness, here's four archangels right here that became awarenesses. They're still part of the whole. They are still God creator consciousness. Okay, but now because they have four separate awarenesses, they begin to experience each other as separate. Okay, that's the original consciousness of dividing in creation's own experience of its own self in consciousness and in its own awareness, becoming aware of itself. Okay, and then over time, more archangels, but all that means is creation birthed more. Okay, birthed more. Okay, and then, you know, as these energies on these planets began to become more, and then consciousness began to enter into those cells, into those things on the planet, and began to live in those experiences. Okay, again, trillions of years to get where we are now. Okay, so ultimately, you know, the whole human thing, realistically, you know, it's not trillions and trillions of years old. You know, we're like hundreds and hundreds of millions of years old, the consciousness. So basically, you know, it's like awareness, God creator consciousness, becoming aware of itself. Everything is that. Everything is from that. Everything is of that. We are all still the same. We just don't remember, kind of like archangels coming in, they see themselves as separate, but they're still connected to the whole. See, the whole. You just don't know it, don't remember. And it's the same what's still happening to this day. We're all still that. Now we're like emanations of archangels, and we've all come in and become inhabiting and becoming humans. Then we have all these experiences, and this is where the souls get created, and the souls become separate from, okay, individuating from creation itself, and those souls start to have a journey. And then we have more and more and more and more and more and more souls having journeys, okay? And then here we are, you know, trillions of years later in this fine mess we got ourselves into. That's it. That's pretty much, in a nutshell, this is what's up, okay? Yeah, so no, it did not happen the moment creation became aware of its own awareness. Okay. Okay, hang on. What was something here? Oh, okay, yeah. Here's the Lion's Gate, you guys. In Hindu, it's written, you should motions let pass like a river and feeling on the language of your soul. The more you have good feelings, the better you will heal. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. Yeah, so emotions are energy in motion. That's when you're crying and you're feeling these big energies, these big emotions, okay? Feelings are not the same, okay? Okay. All right, hang on. Okay, what is Lion's Gate? Okay, this is the portal, 8-8. Today, 8-8, okay? That portal, like all things, think about this. Think about the energies of the moon. Think how it affects the earth, okay? Think how it affects the body. Think about Mercury retrograde, what it does to us, okay? So the Lion's Gate is like a portal that aligns, and it's that Lion's Gate. So this is the time to do your manifesting. Okay, so today is the day that you want to get really clear. It's like letting go of some old, let the old pass, let the old fall away. Okay, now you're creating new. So right here, get really clear on what you want to create, what you want your life to be, what you want to manifest, and let yourself really feel that as though it's actually happening. Okay, so then you're utilizing that energy because that portal goes into all time and space. It opens up into other time space, but ultimately it's a manifesting, so we can let ourselves really feel. Like, for example, if you want relationship, so let's say you don't have a relationship, you want relationship, but how do you want it to feel when you have relationship? You can't be saying, I want relationship. Okay. No. How do you want to feel? Okay. So then feel into your emotions and feel into the frequency of feeling unconditional love. Yes, I want to feel unconditional love in my relationship. Okay. Now I want to feel romantic love. So go ahead and let yourself feel that, oh baby love. Okay. Okay. So we feel that love. Okay. Feel it. Don't be thinking it. You got to feel it. Okay. And then also, you want to be cherished. You want to be loved. You want to be respected. You want to be honored, or whatever you're wanting. Okay. Whatever your truth is, maybe you, maybe you want to be spanked. I don't know. I don't care. It doesn't matter. But whatever you want, get clear. Feel it emotionally like it's happening. Okay. And then you ask, put that out into the universe. But today is the big day of the year to manifest. Okay. So that's what you want to be doing today, manifesting, whatever that is for you. Okay. Get clear, hold it emotionally as though it's already happening. So that you're feeling it in your being, in your body. Okay. What? Okay. Hang on. Okay, what? Okay, you can do birth chart online tab. Okay, yeah. I don't know what to say. Guys, I don't know what you're talking about. Hang on. Wait. Where are we? Okay, how did evil end up playing into all of this? All right. Icelandic angel. Looks like she's been fighting off some. You guys, you have no idea. I mean, it wasn't a lion, okay, but it's like I've been running around because all the we're still in retrograde. I got my workers here and shit's happening, and I have to run up and down. So I look like a wreck. Oh well. Okay. But in astrology, I do have Leo rising. Okay, so yeah, so I got that. All right. I'll comb my hair before I go to the group clearing or the group thing, the shaman thing we're doing soon. Don't trust her. Don't trust Cynthia, man. That girl, don't trust her. What? Okay. Good. Okay, Abigail, manifesting what has been impossible. Okay, again, I'm telling you, people, come into your heart, go neutral. Let all your angst go. Let all your beliefs go. Let it all go. Okay? Come into that heart. Feel your own. The heart is that light inside of you. You all have a light. The light inside of you is neutral. There's no angst. There's no broken, shattered, poor me. It's pure, unconditional love. It's neutral. Okay? Come into your light. Be in that energy of your own light. From there, feel into the emotions of your heart's desire, whatever that is. Okay? I don't care what it is, but feel and then be in that energy. And then you're utilizing that lion's gate to pull in the energies, and you're sending up your desires with light, that pure light. Then you're pulling that back down into you, receiving all of your heart's desire. Okay? You can do it. Oh, evil. Hang on. Where was that evil thing? Hang on. I was going to do that. Where'd it go? Where's the evil question? Looking for. Okay, where'd the evil go? There was a question on evil. Shit, where'd it go? I think the question had to do with how did evil... Oh, here it is. I got it. I found it. Okay, how did evil end up playing into all of this for the experience also? Okay, so evil's different than dark force stuff. Okay, when we think about dark force stuff, we think about things like, the Dark Lords, the Black Knights, the Black Angels, Lucifer, the minions, the demons, all of that. That's dark force stuff, okay? Evil is a frequency that penetrated our dimension. It did not originate here, okay? It came from an external. It pierced into our dimension. I remember the first time I saw the evil that had penetrated. You guys I have to say this. Nothing scares me. Okay. I just don't get scared. Nothing. Okay. So I was working with someone, it was a while back, and I saw this evil that had come through, penetrated, pierced our dimension. And I had a uh-oh moment, about 2 seconds of holy fuck. Okay. And then I was okay. I got over it, got through it. But that was only, it had pierced, other areas had pierced before. So that evil energy comes in, and it comes through, just so you understand, it's come into the earth, it's come into areas where there is fanaticism, black hardcore belief systems of hatred. And like, for example, like if you track the energies in like Saudi Arabia kind of countries, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Pakistan, those areas have massive blackness, evil in the earth itself. It comes into the humans and keeps them going in these crazy, crazy, crazy energies, intense energies, okay? It's in different parts of the world as well. It comes through, but also the evil comes through, and it comes into people's, and it comes into people who are already severely negative, severely dark, have a lot of hatred, greed, okay? Want to have power over, okay? Evil comes in and affects them and works through them and causes harm to others. That energy does not belong in this dimension, okay? So it's here now, okay? So it's here now, and it's here. But what's also happening is this time period is exposing the darkness, revealing the darkness, bringing to awareness all the crap, all the ugliness, okay? So that's what this whole time period's about, because we're trying to go into the new paradigm. The frequency of the new paradigm, the evil frequency can't exist because there's too much light. The vibration is too high. So right now we have so much negativity, so much hatred and greed, poor me, victim, blame game, all of that crap. So there's massive amounts of darkness in humanity. So of course that evil's coming in to all these peoples. All the more reason to do your inner work. Get your darkness out. Get your greed out. Get your hatred out. Get your judgments out. Prejudices, hatred, all that stuff. It's not who you are. You're in the core of who you are is pure love and light. And that's what we're trying to go back to. That's what we want to merge back into, the oneness, which is God creator consciousness, which is pure love and light, but it's also everything. There's nothing but, even the evil is creation. Okay. There's nothing but creation, God, nothing. Okay. It's having fun knowing itself in all kinds of different ways. Okay. That's what's up. Okay, guys, I got to get going. We have a group clearing. No, we have a shamanic journey at 2:30, 30 minutes. And you're going to be guided into you. You're going to find out. We're going to activate, get you opening up to receiving your pot of gold. But first you got to find out, why are you not letting yourself have your pot of gold? Because there ain't nobody else stopping you. It's all you. And that's an absolute. All right, everyone. I'm going to head out here and let's take a quick look here. Yeah, not all politicians are possessed by reptilians, but a lot of them are, for real. I'm not joking. I remember seeing this way the heck back. Yeah, so I don't, you guys, when I do, what's going to be happening today is I'm taking you back. You are going back. You are going to discover you, okay? I'm not doing the normal group clearing. This is a totally different thing. It's a shamanic journey, okay? So let's do it. Come with me. Okay, so you guys, I need to go. So I'll see you guys again in 2 weeks. Thanks, Cynthia.